Hi everyone and welcome back to another Borkno game video. Today's video is dedicated to some upcoming gacha that I'm looking forward to. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. First things being Alchemy Stars. I'm not sure if you've heard of this game. This is going to be a tile-based matching game. It's like an RPG sort of thing. And I love like the character design. The gameplay looks fairly interesting. There's going to be plenty of different characters to collect. Right here, this is going to be some gameplay as you can see. Now, when I'm talking about tile-based RPG, it really is like tile-based. They're going to be running around the maps. It's going to be different from your turn-based sort of deal. I think it's interesting enough and I'm really looking forward to it. This one's going to be releasing around June 18th and make sure to pre-register. This is probably the latest gacha on the list, or June 17th, that's going to be releasing very soon. Now, the next gacha we're going to be talking about is Nier Reincarnation. Now, when it comes to this game, I do love the Nier series. It does hold a close place in my heart. Sinnoh Alice, one of the games that I started out with. And when it comes to Nier Reincarnation, I feel like this is going to pay homage to fans who are into more of a turn-based, story-driven RPG. This isn't going to be like very heavy on PvP, heavy on gameplay. It's going to be one of those ones that you just want to experience, like go through the story. And note, if you actually read more on this one, this is going to be with Yoko Taro. So in case you're wondering, creative director, he's still here. He's not going to be fully managing the whole thing. I think Yosuke Saito is going to be the main producer, the main lead on this. But just note, I am absolutely hyped for this game. We don't know exact dates when it's going to be releasing. Just know it's going to be coming soon. And then the next game that should be coming out in 2021 is Punishing Gray Raven. Now, you can play this like overseas in case you want to try it out right now. I'm sure some of you have heard of this title, and it's going to be an action-based RPG. I can't wait for it to release, mostly because I've been sort of itching for an action RPG that's not Genshin in some ways. By the way, I love Genshin. There's nothing against Genshin. It's just that this one is more focused on the actual action, and not to mention the story here is a lot darker. It's a little bit more gritty, post-apocalyptic sort of deal. It's just a new kind of game that I really want to get my hooks into. The graphics look amazing. The publishing team looks amazing. And as far as like everything that I can tell, it just seems to be the game that everyone's really hyped for this year. All right, now when it comes to these upcoming titles, Girls Frontline 2, Artery Gear Fusion, Final Gear, and some other ones, right? I just want you to know, I'm not sure when they're going to be releasing, but I just want to put this on your radar because these games are going to be absolutely amazing. Here's going to be Girls Frontline 2 Exile. I can't wait for this one to release. The graphics look absolutely amazing on this, like the character models, the details. This is of course from the Girls Frontline series, and all of the waifus are essentially guns. Post-apocalyptic world. Let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay, and I want to send a huge shout out to this person for pretty much posting this video, Clayista. Let's go ahead and jump right here into the gameplay. I cannot wait for this game because look at how gorgeous this looks. It's sort of like that XCOM sort of style, so if you're looking for a tactical RPG that's sort of active in some ways and it's going to punish you. If any of you have never played an XCOM game, these like tactical RPGs are some of the hardest because when you move to a certain tile, to a certain location, the enemies will punish you. And this is sort of different from like the Alchemy Stars system, because in Alchemy Stars, you are matching like based off of color. Here, like the enemies they're just attacking you based off of the fact that you're within a certain range. So I'm so excited for this title to come out into global. I think this is one of like the biggest feats as far as like a mobile game can actually achieve, because this game just looks gorgeous. It looks like it's pushing the mobile gaming industry into like higher levels, and I can't wait for more games that look like this to release on like the mobile industry. And to me, it's also really hard to find a game like with this level of quality in the 3D aspects within a turn-based RPG. This has to be like the one that I'm really looking forward to. And just note that this is set to like be in beta sometime soon, June 29th in China. This is definitely one of the games that I would love to get into the beta. I'm not sure if I can get in. Let me know. This is definitely one of the ones that I'm looking forward to. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I can't wait for that one. The next game we're going to be covering is Artery Gear Fusion. Now, note the reason why this game is on my radar is because number one, waifus look absolutely amazing. Graphics look amazing. It reminds me of Octopath Traveler, and what you're seeing here is not like a cutscene. This is going to be like how the characters are actually going to be doing like attacks. Like this is like some of the animations that they do. I can't wait for like this game to release, mostly because the skill animation quality, the characters, they look amazing. Now, the thing is there's going to be a lot of waifus like that are mech based. It reminds me sort of like Azure Lane Girls Frontline in like a more like futuristic setting. I'm hoping for this game to have more of like a free-to-play setting where you can get like a lot of summons and stuff, but for the most part it's going to be your standard like turn-based RPG set in the future. Here's going to be like how the gameplay is going to be looking. As you can see there, that looks like Hyper Dimension Neptunia in case you're a fan of that series. So yeah, the waifus, they look great. The animations, they look great. I can't wait for this game. It's kind of surprising a game hasn't released of this caliber like sooner, but I think it took a while to sort of master like this animation quality and this sort of style. But yeah, this is going to be Ardor Gear Fusion. I can't wait for it. Just a turn-based RPG, but it's going to have a lot of variety, and you can play this now in case you want to. I'll leave links and everything in the description in case you want to check it out. Here's going to be Final Gear. Now this one doesn't have too much talk about it, but it's been out technically for a while. This like cutscene, like sort of like trailer here doesn't show actual gameplay, but what I wanted to showcase is that this is where like you can change out like your mech based like units. You can change out individual parts, and then here's going to be a look at the gameplay where you can essentially like control the characters within like the actual like game screen. You can play on auto. I think it would be better if you played on manual, and this is one of like the mech based RPGs that I've been looking forward to. Just note that it is going to be action based, so you can move if you want, or you can essentially set the game on auto. Lots of amazing waifus. Just note that this game is a huge one for mech based fans. It's on my radar and I can't wait for this to release. All right, the next game we're going to be covering is Hatchling Abyss Angel. This is sort of a hidden title because I haven't seen too many people like cover it. Now when it comes to this, it reminds me of obviously most action RPG games. Now what is new that's different from others? To me, it's the amount of characters, the animations, and the difference in style. Like, I love how colorful and bright it is. In some ways, you're probably reminded of Honkai Impact, and I'm always looking for an action RPG that's pushing the envelope as far as games goes. Look at this, like the male characters look amazing, like this animation is exquisite. I can't wait for this game to release. I hope more people cover it in the near future. I hope that I can get into a beta and just try this game out, because the quality, like you can tell like there's a lot of love put into this game, and this has so many different characters. Like you can see that there's a variety between husbandos and waifus. It's pretty equal in some ways. The characters and all like different animations, there's gun based heroes, there's umbrella based heroes, there's gonna be sword based heroes. I'm hoping that there's gonna be, you know, like fist based heroes. As you can see, there's gonna be also bosses within the game, so I can't wait to fight like these big style sort of enemies. And I just like the variety of like gameplay that's being showcased here, and it seems to be really pushing the envelope as another mobile game. Like, I'm not saying it's on the same leagues of Girls Frontline, but I would say that Hatchling Abyss Angel is definitely going to be one of the games to look out for. I just wanted to put this on your radar in case you were looking for another gacha title that's going to be different and also pushing like that 3D sort of style when it comes to action RPG. And of course, we have to cover Tower of Fantasy. I know some people actually got into the beta for this game. A lot of people are going to be comparing this game to Genshin Impact because it sort of has like that Breath of the Wild feel to it. Just note, to me, it's not really like Genshin Impact, mostly because it's sort of like in this MMO RPG-esque setting where you can actually like customize the characters. This is going to be produced by Perfect World Games. I think that's going to be the developers. And then let's go ahead and look at some of the screenshots right here. The most important part is going to be this character customization. This, you know, where people can actually go into the character menu, change some things up, make their characters look different. To me, that makes it an MMO and different from Genshin, because Genshin, you pull for heroes. I'm curious how the gacha system is going to be for Tower of Fantasy, and I can't wait for this one to release because I'm just looking forward to another game of Genshin levels of quality, but in a different setting. There seems to be more of like just an MMO style in this one. It reminds me in some ways of Blue Protocol, because, you know, Blue Protocol is going to be more of an MMO based game. Just note that this game is also in its infancy, no like real release dates. Same thing with like Hatchling Abyss Angel. I know some folks on YouTube are able to like get into the beta and play this one, but honestly, the game that I am most hyped for has to be Girls Frontline 2. Let's go ahead and jump into some other bits when it comes to this Google spreadsheets, because it's not just going to be covering incoming gacha games. These are like some gacha games that I need to try. You know, I have Ardor Fusion here, and then there's going to be like some of the gachas that I'm personally playing. In case you're curious, like what am I playing, I'll leave links to this. Is going to be a public Google Doc in case you just want to be like, what are the gachas like coming in the future? What is Bork playing? This is going to be a a list of gacha that I've also played over the years of my career as a gacha gamer. I just wanted to sort of like hard write it here on this document in case like folks were ever wondering what have I played. And the ones that I'm very proud of playing, it has to be like Epic 7, because this was the game that really drove me to the next level when it comes to gacha games. And the only reason why I'm not playing Epic 7 was I got screwed over when ML Araminta got released. There was no pity when she got released, but now there is. The game is completely different. I feel like it's worth a try. All the love to like the Epic 7 players. Here's going to be a list of games that I personally won't be trying. Nothing against these games, I just don't personally have the time. I feel like some of them are still worth a try. We'll see how it's going to be going, but let's go ahead and cover other things. This is going to be a list of gachas that you can actually play on PC, because I know there's a hunger for that. BlueStacks is great and LD Player is great. I have links down below, affiliate links, but I also like playing games that are native to PC, and one of the best games I feel like to play on PC has to be Counterside, the C client, and of course Genshin Impact has an amazing PC client as well. And then lastly, I have one more section where it's just random links. I like to store like random pieces of information here, and I just wanted to cover this Google Doc in further detail. Finally, the last section that I wanted to cover in my upcoming gachas like sort of Google spreadsheet is the publisher sus level. This is under construction. Please do not like take this word for word. I sort of want to like hide this tab if I could from everyone, but just note that this is a work in progress. And please, oh please, be careful if you play any Netmarble, Nexon, like actual Nexon global team games. And unfortunately, there's another company that's on this list as well. I won't say them, but this is going to be the incoming or upcoming gacha that I'm going to be looking forward to. Alchemy Stars, Near Reincarnation, Punishing Grey Raven, Girls Frontline 2, Audio Gear Fusion, Final Gear, Hatchling, Abyss Angel, and then Tower of Fantasy. All of these titles look absolutely amazing. I can't wait for, BCN titles to come into global, but Punishing Grey Raven being the big release of this year, Near Reincarnation being like the chill turn-based RPG, and then Alchemy Stars right around the corner. I can't wait to try this one. Anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 25,000 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day. Let me know in the comments if there's any other gachas that you're looking forward to. I like World Flipper. I didn't cover it because I've already covered it on the channel, and I just wanted to cover some more games that, weren't really covered on the channel. See you in the next one, and thanks so much for watching.